left foot on the brake, floor the accelerator, 3, 2, 1, go. Wheel spin, wheel spin. Hey guys, Dan the Man over here, your favorite Romanian car journalist. Today we're gonna see something else that's pretty interesting, and that's the brand new Volvo XC90. So it's the 2022 model year. It's the T8, which means it's a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid. So this particular model produces 455 horsepower and 472 pound-feet of torque, which is 670 Newton meters. No, 640. We all know how the XC90 looks like. It's a Volvo. It looks nice, it's shiny. This is the Air Design model, which comes with all of the ornaments blacked out, which means the grille, the side mirrors, the roof racks, I guess that's how they're called. And it basically gives an all-around more aggressive look. We have the Torx hammer, which we all know that they're amazing, and at the same time they're a little bit too distracting, so you might get into a car crash because the headlights require much of your attention. They don't actually require it, but you want to pay attention to them, which is kind of weird. So because it's winter, we have 19-inch alloys on them. This particular model comes with the 22 inches, but at the same time I prefer smaller wheel and bigger rim, so it becomes more comfortable. And at the same time, if you want to do just a little bit of off-roading with these tires, it's a little bit more possible. So we have the side steps. So this is the Ultimate Edition that comes at 105,000 euros, so that's a lot of money. And actually it's not full option. You can also change the sound system from the Harman Kardon to the Bowers & Wilkins. You can add the electric tow hook in the back and massage seats. So yeah, these are three options that the car is lacking. Other than that, it's fully spec. So this is more of a mall crawler, a family SUV that seats 7, so that's also good. But at the same time, this car will kind of never see off-roading, maybe just a little bit from time to time if you want to go on a country road or something. But other than that, this car is not made for off-road, but it's good to know that it's kind of capable of that. Electrically operated tailgate. We even have buttons to adjust the air suspensioning in the back, but for some reason it only works down. Okay, this is an inconvenience. I don't think you can push it more upwards. No, you cannot. So we have the third row of seats pulled up, and if we put this over here just a little bit, we can see that we have here hooks for your bags, and it's also a separator so you can split the trunk into two. We have a couple more hooks over here that are very, very slippery. Oh, you have to push them. Okay, maximum 5 kilograms. And then we have another hidden area around here, which we have the cables in them. So this is actually a net that you can mount here in the back, or even more over there. And if we pull this one out, because there's another one, a lot of hidden spaces. We can see that we have here the air compressor for the suspension and repair kit in case of an emergency. Okay, if we go on the side, okay, it's a lot of mud on the floor. I don't want to get the car dirty. So if we go here in the back, the seats are very comfortable. The chairs are also reclining. You can adjust how straight you want to sit, and they're all three individual. Okay, here in the middle, it's not going to be the very most comfortable, but at the same time you have a lot of cars that sit in the middle way worse than this one, so nothing to complain over here. We have a couple of cup holders in the center armrest, climate control for the rear, and it's touchscreen, and it does not want to work right now. I think we have to turn on the car for that. For area climate control, we have a couple of USB-Cs. We have nets over here. We have the curtains. You can fit a couple of bottles of water over there, and this big ass panoramic roof that looks amazing, and it really lights up the car even though it has a full black interior. If you want to go even more in the back, which I want to experiment. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of dirt here in the back. Okay, so it's a little bit easier to get inside here, unlike the Land Rover. You have a cup holder in the back, you have a very small compartment, you have a 12-volt socket that's over here behind this chair. And if you pull this, you can see that it's not that much of a space. In the Land Rover you have a lot more space here in the third row of seats, but at the same time the Land Rover is way bigger itself as a whole, but you do have enough headroom, so that's good. You have LEDs over here, you have a couple of speakers, a couple more speakers, and these are right in our heads. And also vents, we have vents, so that's cool. Maybe be careful not to lose anything around here because that's humongous. Oh, and look, this is where the seat belt holds. Now you can see actually how I sit here in the back. So yeah, it's a bit tight. It is a bit tight. If we come in the front, we can see everywhere it says Harman Kardon, here, here, and there on the right. We have both on the left and on the right buttons to lock and unlock the doors. We have electrical seats with memory. We have the heads-up display. The infotainment system is actually the old Volvo infotainment system, not the new one with the Google on it. But this has all of the functions. It's very complicated compared with the Google one, but at the same time we do have a lot of things that we can adjust. Adjust passenger seat, for example. Oh, and now if I do this, it adjusts that seat, not mine. Cool. We have the drive modes, which are pure, hybrid, individual, power, and off-road. And I think that if we put it on off-road, yeah, the car automatically lifts. But at the same time, it's interesting, the Land Rover doesn't lift if the door is open. This one does. And it definitely does not get itself very high. Okay, this is weird. You have to operate it twice or 3 times in order to do anything. All of the buttons that have been removed except for these. And here this button operates the glove box. Yeah, this is how the Volvo looks on the inside. We all know how the Volvo actually looks like, so it's nothing different from what you know from the past 5 years since this car is on the market. But at the same time, it's nice to drive on, especially the T8. It's a very pleasant drive, but we're gonna get to that in a little bit. And also, look how big the gap is over here. So yeah, the car lifts just a little bit, but not that much. It's still shorter than I am, so that also makes it pretty helpful if you want to go into underground parking lots or stuff like that. I actually have a big trouble with the Land Rover doing so. The major difference between this one and all of the others is, of course, the size. The car is way bigger, it's taller, it's longer, and it's heavier. So you can feel that when driving. You have a lot of body balance. We have 455 horsepower, so you can feel how heavy the car is, but at the same time the engine doesn't. So yeah, we have quite an interesting approach. We have over a 2-ton SUV, but we have so much power and so much torque that it literally just cancels the heaviness of the car. It seems nimble, it seems agile, it's extremely pleasant to drive, and I'm happy we have the 19-inch alloys because it's very, very comfortable. But at the same time, with the 22 inches, why would you get an SUV with the 22 inches and just this much of a tire tread? And it beats the purpose. The family SUV is a car that has to carry a lot of weight, either in people, either in actual luggage. So why make it rigid? That's my question, because this is not a sports SUV. This is your daily driver. You don't need this to be rigid. And this is not a highly tunable car, so yeah, it's way better with the 19-inch alloys. Other than that, the seats are very comfortable. The seating position is also amazing. You can actually lower your seat surprisingly much, even though you might not want to, but it's good to know that you can. Everything is very well placed. The materials are amazing. Everything is high quality, but you don't expect anything else from a Volvo. It's a car that you actually fall in love with. It's a car that if you buy, you might not want to change it. Not too soon, at least. And the acceleration, woohoo! We have 2-liter petrol inline 4 that's both supercharged and turbocharged. So now let's do the 0 to 60 time and see how that goes. We're gonna put the car into power. Left foot on the brake, floor the accelerator. 3, 2, 1, go. Wheel spin, wheel spin. 4.97. Even though we have winter tires, even though it's wet on the floor, Volvo declared 5.3 and this did it in 4.97, so 5 seconds flat. That's amazing for a car this size. That's actually amazing for a car this size. And you can get to the top speed of the car in about 11 seconds if I'm not mistaken, but the top speed is 180 kilometers per hour. So yes, the car is limited. Also, in case you're interested in safety, I'm not sure how safer you can get than with this one. I really don't know what to say. So we have all of the safety features available. We have the blind spot monitor, we have automatic braking, adaptive cruise control, we have side sensors that we also have side sensors. And the fun fact, my father owns a V90, and at some point in traffic he was driving, I don't know, 10-20 miles an hour, so actually at very low speeds, and one of the dudes in the side wanted to change lanes and didn't, and one of the dudes in the side wanted to change lanes and was very close to bumping into my father's car, and the car automatically braked to save you from a side impact. So yes, we do have all of the safety features possible, and it actually makes you feel like home. So people that buy a car this size, most of the people that buy cars want a place that makes them feel like home, want a place that makes them feel comfortable, they want a place that they can rely on, because most of your time you spend in traffic. This is a very good option. Very good option. The engine is a little bit noisy, but it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. So what do you expect from it? It's not a V8, unfortunately, especially for you. But at the same time, this saves you a lot of money in tax in case you live in Europe, for example. And now it's time for you guys to tell me, what do you think about today's episode? Did you like the XC90? Also very important, not only that I hope you guys enjoy watching me, but at the same time, please like and subscribe, because it really helps a lot. And at the same time, any feedback that you have for me, just push it down in the comment section below, because my only purpose is to make episodes that you guys like and to make them how you want to be made. Until next time, drive safe.